So something we've been discussing between ourselves has been what is expected or what should be the security deposit or security hold for direct bookings, for VRBO, for things like that are not Airbnb. Obviously with Airbnb, it's just not something that is probably a good idea in most areas. We tested out early on and actually had very bad feedback from the guests, so we ended up taking that off. It's just kind of more frowned upon in that area. But for VRBO and direct bookings and things like that, it's something that is pretty important and also is something that's expected by guests. So we kind of do one thing where we basically do a security hold for $1,000 for the duration of the stay. Whether that is 2 nights, whether that's 20 nights, it's the same amount across the board. But other hosts do it differently. Some hosts do a larger amount, some hosts do less, and some hosts do maybe a range depending on the duration of the stay. We had actually looked at doing this at one point and then realized that we could build it out in our software, but what we didn't want to do is have that be a surprise for our guests. We actually list the amount of the security hold in our listing. So it's publicly available before they book. So there's no surprises when they go to do their verification that they have to pay this security hold. We've never had to collect it from guests, luckily to this point, but it is there for our protection and also to keep the guests a little bit more respectful of our properties. So I'm curious to see what you think. What do you do as a host? Do you charge a security hold, security deposit? Do you structure as one set amount? Do you do it depending on the length of stay? Do you have different amounts for different properties or different price range or different nightly amounts? How do you structure it? Drop a comment below and let us know.